And his beautiful bride, Joy, they discovered St. Ambrose Academy over a decade ago. And when we put on our first girls basketball team together, the first Guardians team, they showed up in the stands to cheer on the girls. They come to our plays, they come to our open house, they come to our benefit dinners. They don't even have any children or grandchildren in this school, but through their support, they've pretty much adopted each and every one of you, and all of you 8th graders too. Mr. Exner brings an amazing breadth of experience to the podium this afternoon. He's been a public accountant, a division controller, whatever that might be, a director of manufacturing, and a vice president of a company that sent him all around the world through a long and successful career. He left that life a dozen years ago. They call it retirement, but he's not one to sit around, and he jumped right into the next adventure, and that was buying a plot of land west of here and starting a wine grape vineyard, growing grapes for Wollersheim Winery. And you should have him take you on a little tour because it's quite fascinating. He's become quite the chemist. And he and Joy have been married for over 50 years, and they are a model of fidelity and beautiful, a beautiful marriage according to God's plan for a joy-filled marriage. They've served the diocesan marriage prep program for years, teaching young people about the vocation of marriage as God intended it. So if you all come back with a spouse one of these days, a fiance, they might give you your marriage prep lessons. You might run into them in front of Planned Parenthood or the Women's Care Center, where they pray for and support women facing difficult pregnancies. Or you might see them at Mass. But if they're not there, if they don't show up, they are probably scuba diving off the coast of Tortuga, the Caribbean island from the Pirates of the Caribbean. So their son owns a boat company down there, and so they head down there pretty often to sail the ocean blue with him. You might see pictures of them in the olive groves of the Holy Land. They are the diocesan section leaders for an international 1,000-year-old Catholic order that serves persecuted Christians, Palestinian Christians, who have lived in the Holy Land since the time of Christ. And they were knighted by a representative of the Pope himself. So, class of 2017, I give you traveler extraordinaire, vintner, defender of the unborn, protector of Christians, and a dear, dear friend to St. Ambrose Academy, Sir William Exner.
Wow, that sounded impressive. Well, good afternoon to you all, especially to the faculty and staff of St. Ambrose Academy, the parents, and graduates, of course, the graduates. Well, you've run the race, right? It's been a difficult, hopefully a rewarding experience at St. Ambrose Academy, a very unique experience. So congratulations to you. You've made quite an achievement. You've earned it. You've been given two great gifts by attending St. Ambrose. And it's worth reflecting on these gifts. First of all, you've been taught to think. You've been given a unique educational experience. You've been taught to discern the truth, to make informed judgments, to enter into intelligent debates. Those are precious things that you've learned that you'll carry with you the rest of your life. The second great gift, perhaps the greatest gift, is that you're well steeped in your faith, in the Catholic faith. You are Catholic. You are Catholic. And that's something very precious. So you can thank your parents for sending you here to St. Ambrose Academy. Give them a big thanks. But from here on, it is up to you as you go forward into the world. You will achieve the greatest success if you practice your faith and you keep your faith. And that success is salvation. That's why we're all here on this earth, to attain salvation. So life, I've found, I think Joy's found it also, and you will find, is a process of continual learning and continual improvement. Learning, not only formal learning, but learning from others. Self-learning. Learning from the example that others will set. I've found that my best teachers, My best bosses, my best associates were those that I've learned something from, who have taught me things, either through direct teaching or through their example. Those are people who have inspired me. If I think back to my freshman year of high school, that was a long time ago, I had a nun, Sister Karen. She was our geometry teacher. And one day she introduced us to the binary number system. She decided this segment is going to be great for us. And the way she presented it inspired me a thought. It gave me the idea that the binary number system is something that's suitable for computers, for electronics. And I took that thought, an inspiration that Sister Karen gave me, and I pursued that. I actually designed a circuit, that was back in the late 1950s, that emulated computers through her inspiration. So I entered college with the idea of getting a degree in electrical engineering. But then Doc Ward came along. That was my sophomore year in college. I took an elective accounting course, accounting, kind of a dull sounding topic, but not the way Doc Ward presented it. He was incredible. He'd enter the classroom, dressed up in a three-piece suit, his hair combed, a bow tie, and he was so enthusiastic about accounting that pretty soon he'd get heated up and he'd take his coat off, he'd take his vest off, he'd pull his tie off, he'd unbutton his shirt, and somehow his hair would get messed up. He'd be waving his arms around like crazy. And yet his enthusiasm, he was passionate about that topic. And when someone is passionate about something, you tend to pay attention. And I came to realize that accounting is really the language of business. So I pursued accounting, not for its own sake, but as the language of business. I figured if I coupled that with what Sister Karen taught me, maybe I could make a career of that. And I did. When I got out of college, I pursued the world of systems, computer systems, systems improvements. So public accounting provided an opportunity to proceed into the rest of the world, the rest of my career. So you have to try to align yourselves and seek out those who are passionate about what they do, those who are enthusiastic, because that enthusiasm will wear off on you. And you will then become enthusiastic, and that will rub off on others. And that's an incredible thing. You will have the opportunity to influence the direction of others. So there's a number of people actually in this room who have inspired me. You know, Bishop Merlino was here earlier. I don't think he's in the room. He's a great inspiration. Bishop. Good afternoon. The Galvins have been an inspiration to us. Their dedication to marriage. The Carries, Joan and Patrick, the Pataks, any number of other people. I don't mean to leave anyone out. So you have to allow yourself to be inspired. You have to be open to that. So as you go out into the world, avoid all those distractions, the continual streaming of distractions into our lives. Take time out to focus, to think about God. Take time out in adoration, in prayer, daily prayer. Listen to Jesus. He's calling each and every one of us. But unless we're quiet, and unless we have an opportunity to reflect, we won't be able to hear what he's asking us to do. And perhaps he's asking us, calling us into a vocation, the religious life, the priesthood, marriage, as well as our other careers. Your main aim in life, again, is to get to heaven. All those other things are incidental. But as long as we're here, we need to do good. And we need to improve things. So always strive to do your best. Father Richard Heilman keeps on reminding us that the world is full of imperfections. Nothing is perfect out there. But if you strive towards perfection, you can achieve excellence. So strive for perfection. Achieve excellence. So you'll be entering a new life, a challenging world, and believe me, it is challenging there. There's so many distractions. So many people who don't understand the truth. Be patient with them. Maybe you can change them. Keep this in mind. One of my favorite quotations from Virgil's Aeneid is tu ne sede malis, sed contra edentior ito. Tu ne sede malis, sed contra edentior ito. Yield not to adversity, but press on bravely. Congratulations, you've won the race. God bless.